Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to show you my little meal prep. This is something I like to do a couple of times a week, and this helps me to stay on track on my raw vegan diet. Well, I eat mostly raw vegan diet. There are a couple of occasions that I might eat something cooked vegan, but most of the time I eat raw vegan because I found that this diet is the best diet for me, at least, and I feel really good eating it. I feel energized and I feel healthy. So let me show you what I like to meal prep and what I like to keep on my fridge, so to make sure that I stay on track. Are you ready? So let's go. Okay, it's finally a watermelon season. So I bought a whole bunch of watermelons, and here's what I like to do usually. I rinse it, I wipe it, and then I'm gonna cut, and I'll show you what I'm gonna do. So let's see how this one is. Okay, it's not super red, but it doesn't look that bad. Let's give it a little taste test, and we'll see what we're gonna do with it. It's not bad. I'm gonna chop it up, and then I'll think about if I'm gonna eat it or if I'm gonna drink it. Sometimes I like to blend this with strawberries and yeah, and have this delicious smoothie. Or sometimes I just like freeze it. Let me show you real quick. I have this little popsicle mold, so I just blend this watermelon with strawberries and I put it in the mold and I freeze it. And my kids love to have it, and yeah, don't mind this because I don't know where my other stick is. Okay, so I'm just gonna go ahead and put this back in the freezer and we move on with this watermelon. I have a bigger version of watermelon, and let's see how this one is, because I don't know. Sometimes, well, it tastes good. It's not like it's rotten or anything, but I know that it can be crunchier, right? So if this one is crunchier, then I'm going to eat this on its own, and I'm gonna blend the other one. Okay, ooh, okay. See, it looks different. I think this one is a better texture. Let me see. Yeah, I think it's better to eat this one and blend the other one. Okay, here's how I like to cut it. Usually, I'm just gonna cut all the skin off. Just go around like this. Now, there's so many ways to cut watermelon, but this is what I do. And then I cut the top off. These parts, I'm just going to blend. Let me get a little bowl. Here a little. These parts are okay if I blend them. Okay, I got my containers. Now let's do a quick cut of this watermelon. So here is what I cut. I cut the bottom. I cut over here a little bit. This is probably not the safest way to cut watermelon, but you know, I got used to doing this for so long that it doesn't bother me. And then I cut this way, and then, well, usually it doesn't fall apart, but of course it has to fall apart right now when I'm filming. Okay, alright, here we go. Here's the watermelon. It tastes good. And of course it's seedless. It's hard to find seeded watermelon, and that's fine. I'm okay with seedless or seeded. I'm not that picky. I've been waiting for this moment the whole winter. I mean, they do sell watermelons during winter, but they're not like that. They don't taste good at all. One bowl is ready, and I'm gonna go ahead and put this in my fridge. It's gonna sit in my fridge until I'm ready to eat it. Okay, I'm gonna put this away real quick, and we're gonna cut the other one. Alright, let's cut the second half. Like I said, there are many ways to cut it. If I go out, I'll show you on this side when I go out how I like to cut it for people. On Sunday, I'm going out, and I'm gonna bring my watermelon with me, and I'm gonna bring my knife with me too, because I don't trust the knives. But now I learned my lesson, and I'm definitely not gonna bring any knives to the, you know, military or government facilities anymore. If you don't know what happened, it's kind of a little funny story. Funny and kind of embarrassing. I went to tour one of the ships, and they had the scanner, and they scanned that I had 2 knives in my bag. So yeah, that was kind of embarrassing. And I brought my knives because I like to cut fruit. Everywhere I go, I have my knife with me. And I didn't even think about it. It's like I don't know, whatever. They took my knives, and what can you do? I had to buy more knives. That's it. Alright, so I'm just gonna chop this, eat this. So my second container is ready. Okay, now I'm gonna cut the other one, the one that I'm going to blend, but I'm gonna show you how I would usually cut if I go out and I bring my watermelon with me. So I just cut the sides real quick. Now all I do is I leave this little top and I cut like that. Careful when you cut, don't cut your fingers off. Okay, here we go. Ta-da! It's ready. You could just take a piece and enjoy. It's good, but I'm gonna go ahead and blend it now. Okay, I decided to cut this one. It's very, very heavy watermelon. Let's see how it is. This is what it looks like. It's got a little yellow spot and it feels pretty heavy. This is how I normally pick the watermelons. Make sure they're very, very heavy compared to the rest of them. So here we go. Let's see. Well, it's red, but I've seen redder. Okay, I'm just gonna go ahead and cut it anyway. Okay, and I'm gonna go ahead and use my favorite method of cutting. Yeah, let's give it another taste test. Tastes good. And into the fridge it goes. Okay, I'm gonna cut the last half. And now we're gonna move on. I have to clean my fridge because my fridge is a complete disaster. I don't know why it's always a disaster. It's like I clean it regularly, but it's like it's cursed. I'm telling you, my fridge is cursed. Somebody lives there and messes everything up. And here's what I like to do with some frozen strawberries. So all this time I thought I had my microphone, but I guess I didn't. Anyway, I'm just blending my smoothies here. Here's our strawberry watermelon smoothie. Okay, I'm gonna give it a quick taste test. Yes, this is much, much better. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this in our containers. And it's gonna go to the fridge. And this is gonna be my breakfast or snack or whenever I feel like eating a watermelon or drinking a watermelon. So here we go. Number one. Number two, I'm gonna make another batch of strawberry watermelon. This time I'm gonna put just a little bit less maple syrup. That's it, just a tiny little splash. I'm gonna use my tamper just at the beginning. Let me show you what I'm gonna do next. I'm also gonna blend the rest of this watermelon and I'm gonna go ahead and cut this lime. This is what I'm gonna add. Just two ingredients, only watermelon and lime, and it's gonna be so refreshing. So good for the summer. I'm just gonna go ahead and juice directly into the blender. If you never tried this combo, I guarantee you're gonna like it. So lime and watermelon, or watermelon and strawberry. Those are the combos. So good, guys. Now I feel like I'm adding a little bit too much lime, so if you don't like it to be too sour, just don't add so much. Just add one lime. I added 4 limes on this big blender. Once again, I have to help it a little bit at the beginning. Okay, let's give it a quick taste test. Here we go. Cheers. It's very good. It's a little bit tangy, but I like it. It reminds me of some sort of mojito or something. You probably, if you add here some mint, which I actually have growing outside, it's gonna be definitely an interesting mojito. Okay, let's go ahead and put everything in the rest of the bottles because we gotta move on. I still have a lot to do in the fridge. Now I'm gonna go ahead and clean this up and I'll see you in a minute. Okay, so my next thing I'm going to prepare, I'm just gonna need to pre-chop all these little romaine lettuces because they're starting to kind of go bad already. Yeah, I need to save as much as I can. Some of it can go into the smoothie. I like to put it in green smoothies, and the rest I'm just gonna chop it in the salad. Kitchen towel here, And I'm gonna put all these little remaining lettuce here, kind of dry it a little bit, because if there is moisture somewhere, things start to grow. Here we go. So this is what we have. So I'm just gonna leave it like this in this towel for a little bit. Okay, next thing we need to do is to take care of this basil. See, this is like a Thai basil. Tastes very, very, very different. And it smells super good. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna use these leaves, gonna go through it and see which leaves look good. And all I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna dry it and store it in a container for my next salad. So it's ready to go. I don't have to deal with this anymore, and it should be good for a couple of days. Or I can even add it to some sauce if I want to, but I usually prefer to eat it like that, just leaves on their own with the salad. I mean, okay, so I have a little bit more here. I need to do the same thing as I did with romaine lettuce. I'm gonna go ahead and dry it, and let's move on to the next. Okay, next thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go ahead and cut all this cilantro. I like to have it meal prepped because it's really easy to just grab and add to your salad, and I can use it in the next few days as long as I keep it in airtight container and as long as I minimize the moisture as much as possible. Okay, so I already prepared my container with a little bit of paper towel, and that's what I'm gonna do. That's how I'm gonna store this cilantro. Okay, good. Okay, this is gonna go into the fridge. Okay, next on the list, I'm gonna go ahead and chop all this celery so that I can use it in salads, or if I make some sort of soup for my family, I like to add some of this celery as well. Cut it into small pieces like that. I also like to add my celery to the green smoothie. It works out really nice. Celery is usually like a salt substitute. If you don't want to eat a lot of salt, you can have some of this. Gives this nice salty, crunchy flavor. Okay, now this is gonna go into some container. Okay, my next thing, I'm gonna go ahead and prepare my cucumbers. First of all, I need to give it a quick taste test. Yes, just one. I'm gonna do 2 different cuts. I'm gonna make these into like small, some sort of like chopsticks or something. I'm gonna use it in my wraps, or I'm gonna use it in a salad in case I need like a different cut. So for now, I'm gonna just store it like that. As you can see, these little matchsticks. And I'm gonna do the same thing with this part. And I'm gonna go ahead and cut this one into like little quarters like that. Here we go. And this is good on salads. Really easy, grab and go. This is what we have. Cucumber into the fridge. Now I like to cut my bell peppers as well. Cut it kind of like matchsticks as well. Here we go. Bell peppers are actually, they last pretty long time in the fridge. The rest of these bell peppers I'm gonna go ahead and chop into like small cubes. And these little cubes I can add to my salads, or if I decide to make some sort of salsa or something, I can use this up because it's already ready. Okay, so here we go. Our bell peppers ready. We're gonna go ahead and store it in this container. And it's so nice to have everything ready to go. This way you don't have to guess what am I gonna eat. You already have everything ready. Just gotta dump everything together and make a nice salad or make a wrap or something like that. Now this goes into the fridge. Okay, our next item on the list is these zucchinis. I have a few of these, and what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna peel them because some of them looked funny. I like to have this cubed actually in my salad, and it gives me a resemblance of some sort of potato. I actually made like a Russian OLIVIER salad before. I'm gonna leave a link here for you guys to check it out, and it's a really great salad. It's really delicious. I'm just gonna go ahead and chop it into kind of like small cubes. Here we go. This is gonna be for my salad. Here we go. I hope it's gonna fit. Maybe it won't. Kind of fit. I'm just gonna pack it up. Here we go. This goes in the fridge. And here's how we solve this problem. I'm just gonna eat them. That's it. The rest of the zucchini, I have 3 more. I'm gonna go ahead and spiralize it, and then we're gonna be done really soon. I don't have too much time to do meal prep, so I'm trying to squeeze everything I can. It takes about 2 hours to chop and wash and meal prep all these little things. But you know what's gonna happen later? The next few days, I'm kind of gonna be set. So I'm gonna cut it in half because it's not gonna fit into my spiralizer if I don't. Here's my little spiralizer. I'm gonna go ahead and set this up. So this is how much of zucchini that we have, how much of zucchini noodles. And this I'm going to store in a container. It's really easy to grab and go. All I'm gonna do is just add some sauce. I don't know which sauce. It can be any sauce. It can be white sauce or peanut sauce or some marinara sauce. Any sauce is good here. And yeah, I'll probably add some herbs on top. It's ready. Now my dinner is almost ready. Okay, now that our romaine lettuce is kind of dry, I'm gonna go ahead and transfer it into this container, and it's gonna be ready for my next salad. Ooh, is it gonna fit? Oh my goodness. Here we go. Ready? And I have one more thing that I still didn't put away. All these leaves. I wish you could smell these leaves. It smells so good. I'm gonna use this now. Everything fits everywhere now. Perfect. Now this too in the fridge. It's aloe vera, but I have not used it yet, and I think it's gonna go bad soon if I don't start using it. So I'm gonna go ahead and kind of, I guess, pre-chop it a little bit. I'm gonna cut it in halves and use it for my face, and maybe I'll use it for my hair too. They say it's good for your hair. Let me show you what I decided to make with these zucchini noodles. So I had these coconut wraps and I decided to stuff them with these noodles. I added my prepared leaves, like Thai basil, and I added some tomatoes also. And that was super quick. And I also decided to use my nori sheets because I felt like having something salty. I also filled them up with zoodles, and the same thing with these Thai basil leaves and tomatoes. And I also used my tahini sauce for this. This is what I had in the fridge. You can use whatever sauce you like. Peanut sauce would be good here too. And yeah, that's it. I sprinkled it a little bit with sesame seeds on top, and that was really enjoyable. I gobbled it up really quickly, but I was still hungry, so I made more of this. Because this is like really low calories, guys. If you eat one plate of this, I'm sure you're still gonna be hungry. So I usually eat 2 or sometimes 3 plates like this, and yeah, that keeps me satisfied and full. That's it for this video, guys. I hope you liked it and enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to click on the like button and subscribe down below. I would really like to have you here. And if you guys have any favorite healthy tips, please leave them down below. I really enjoy reading them. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.